Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are repping the Sweetness jersey. I did just want to throw that out there, but today is kind of a bit of a different video. I just wanted to talk to you guys. So a lot of things have happened in my life. I said life. A lot of things have happened in my life recently. So let's sidetrack. I think the last time I really mentioned anything about occupation, about my job, was in one of the beginning videos. So what I did before, I started actually last September, and I worked at a car dealership. I did online sales, and I was there until this most recent April. So I was there from September to April, about 8 months. At the same time, I was doing Wendy's on my off days. So a typical week for me would look like I would work at the dealership from Tuesday to Saturday, and then I would work at Wendy's Sunday to Monday. That was a lot for me. It was pretty draining. It was pretty hard. It was pretty stressful. But the more I kept going to the dealership job, the more I realized I actually absolutely hated it. I don't know what it was specifically. I don't know. A lot of you may know I'm not much of a car person. That means a lot of things, but I'm not the biggest car person, but I don't know what it was. I guess I hated it. I can't. I'm just got to be honest with you guys. I hated it. Just there's a different feeling between waking up and saying, "Man, I just don't want to go to work today," to just waking up and actually dreading your day because it made me feel terrible. I can't. I really can't even explain how bad it would make me feel. But um, I decided I didn't want to do it anymore, so I was gonna quit. So I quit that, and from April until August, until a few weeks ago, actually, I was full time at Wendy's. I was just doing 40 hours, working 4 10-hour days throughout the week, and just you know doing what I had to do. It wasn't the most. It wasn't what I really wanted to do, but honestly, it was better than the dealership. So that was kind of rough. But the one thing that I always think about was because I was at Wendy's for a very long time. I started when I was a junior in high school, and I told myself when I graduated college that I would never go back there. I was fine going there part time because it wasn't a big deal. I just wanted more money, honestly. But then I had to go back on my own promise, and I kind of was disappointed in myself. Nothing wrong with that job, but just I told myself I didn't want to be there. But I ended up there again. I swear the whole story isn't sad, but what I really wanted to do is I wanted to get into financial services, anything really banking related. I always told people I really wanted to get into banking, and I applied ever since I graduated last May in 2024. No luck, no luck. I had one interview at Chase the first week I was back from Georgia, and absolutely nothing. Didn't hear back from them. That was actually the last person I heard back from, and until recently, I finally had an opportunity come into my life. Um, I was dog sitting at a family friend's house, and I was like, you know what? I have time to kill. I'm off today. I'm just gonna start applying to jobs. Luckily, I did find a job. The job found me, and I had my interview, and I was honestly pretty confident about it. I'm really proud of how I did with the lack of preparation. If you're gonna do it, be ready. I was not, but I think I handled it pretty well for not really knowing not knowing what I was doing, but for being able to do it. But anyways, so yeah, as of August 18th, that was my first day. I am now a relationship banker. I don't know if I should say what bank, but I probably won't, just in case. But I started August 18th. So that's a mix of being a banker and being a teller. Still currently training, but so far I absolutely love it. I just wanted to share that. It's a little career update for you guys. But I did want to add more to this video. We do have a bit more things to go over. I want to go over my goals because I've been saying I'm going to talk about my goals, talk about my. I don't want to pick it up yet. I'll show you guys at the end. But I want to go over my little notebook because I always say I have it, but I never made a video about it. So let's talk channel goals first. The one thing I'm pushing for, I know this is so hard because I lack of consistency. I guess let's go for a sub goal. I'm really pushing for end of the year at least 500. I've been stagnant at 186 for a minute, which is not a big deal. That's still more than what I started at, so I can't complain. Progress is progress. But if I could, I'd like to get at 500 by the end of the year. But that's channel goals. Let's look at some of our financial goals. I still have my net worth tracker pulled up because if you can tell, I just threw on the jersey because I wanted to bunch some uploads, but that's besides that. So I have like a little checklist here. I'm just gonna go over it. Hopefully, I can like put it somewhere here. If I can't, then I'm sorry. Then I might be a bum. But so my first little box is just for all my debt payment. So eliminate my credit card debt. What I really want to do is, if you've been watching my net worth tracking videos, I really want to eliminate that Chase Freedom Unlimited. I feel like that's the only thing really holding me down. Everything else is just literally like repeated pay, not repeated payment. What am I trying to say? Like a monthly payment that gets charged, and then I have it automatically pay off. So those like I don't consider that. I really don't because they get paid every month. They're not like lingering, unlike that unlimited card. So that's the first one I have for my debt repayment. The second one I do have pay off my student loans. That one, as you can see in my videos as well, I did actually end up finish paying them. I know it's kind of coincided with my dad's loan, so I already crossed it off on June 17th. But I mean, so far we're doing pretty good. We're almost done with my dad, paying my dad off too, so that's gonna be done in December. So yeah, we're still working at that. Um, I maybe I'll fully consider the debt repaid once I finish in December. But moving on, going on to my savings. Um, so when I first made this, I only had my American Express savings. Now I have American Express and my Apple savings. So I had three check marks for savings, just pure savings. My first one is have $1,000. When we started these net worth tracker videos, I actually did that already. Um, oh, here it said I completed it the 1st of January. Oh, so perfect. Yeah, you can't even see. But my first one crossed off is have $1,000. My second one is have $2,500. Yo, my bad. My phone ran out of storage, so I deleted some. So now we're back. We were talking about savings. Second box is have 2,500 in my high yield savings account. I'm kind of there. I'm about $200. I just don't know if I'm going to consider it in all my savings account or just that one particular. I might just add it up because I feel like that's only fair. They are both high yield savings account. They're just you know different accounts. And my third check mark would be have $5,000. So 1,000 cleared off. 2,500 is my next one, and we're almost there. And then 5,000. So those are my goals for savings. And then my last little section, I have investments. So my first one was to have $2,000 in my Roth IRA. Again, that was actually the same day that I marked it off, the 27th of January. I had 2,000 in there. My next goal is to have 3,500. I am actually pretty close to that. So I need about 600, 700 more. Um, and then my last goal is 5,000. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to get all those goals knocked out. I do have it on the bottom here. I wrote to myself, must complete page in order to create new goals and checklist. I wrote this on the 10th of October. So that's kind of around the time I started my last job. But yeah, so those are the ones that I have currently. But overall, man, I thank you guys for if you watch this. Thank you for being a part of this journey. It's been a lot of fun. It's been stressful, but I really like. I got myself into banking. I am now doing all these videos about finance. So I'm hoping, even if you guys aren't enjoying it too much, I hope you are. Maybe you're learning a thing or two. Again, if you have any questions at all, you can always just leave a comment. I do respond to basically all of them. So just leave a comment. You can shoot me an email if you really want to. But thank you guys. I just wanted to have like a little update, just a little chatting video. See where we're at. But that's all I have to say for today. Once I do get my new goals, once I actually get all these completed, then we can talk about new ones. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this. NFL season starting up, baby. So I'm gonna be watching all that. I don't sports gamble, but I wish I was more into it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll talk again soon. Thanks, guys.